Hey guys, Galucia here, bringing some more Super Mario World. In the previous video I said that I was going to backtrack and start going through some of the secrets, but I decided I was just going to go ahead, do World 4, because I really like this level. It's a lot of fun, and I remembered this level like as soon as I stopped recording the last episode, and I was like, oh yeah, this place is a lot of fun. But then I don't do the castle. I'm going to backtrack after this level, but yeah. And for once, I'm kind of pro in this level. And as I say that, I lose Yoshi, but that is like my one mistake, and which is a surprise because I usually have at least 6 fails per level. But and don't worry, there's plenty of fails later. But yeah, I do all right in this level. But yeah, I like this level. Just Billy bullets flying from all directions, and right here, I have no known use for the shell right now, but I know that at some point a bullet's going to be coming from some direction that I'm not going to be ready for, and then I'll have this and that, wow, right there. I had to jump out of the way of those things, so I was able to turn to the left real quick, slap that bullet out of my way, so I do the same thing here, grab the shell, just stand prepared. And then I got that random double off those Billy bullets. That was cool. And right there, I thought about dropping my shell so I could go down there and deal with all that, but then I was like, never mind. I thought that goes down. Obviously, it doesn't. I have a couple fails. That was really good timing with the shell. I have a couple fails with pipes. That's the one thing I seem to be forgetting is which pipes exactly are the ones that go down or whatever. I keep thinking that the ones that are supposed to go down aren't, so yeah, my memory's a little rusty on the whole which pipe does what thing. But so yeah, I banged out the Vanilla Dome 4 real quick. So I'm gonna leave Lemmy's Castle alone for now, and I'll probably tackle that in the next video or two. I will backtrack to this at some point. But yeah, so we have to go back to Vanilla Dome 1 to get to the secret I talked about earlier, where there's those red blocks that are now filled in because of the switch. But there is a spoiler alert, and that is that the first really good fail of this episode comes in on this level. And it's like the most random failure ever. Besides that run slide fail. But yeah, for the most part we're alright. Right there. I don't know what happened to that jump. I like hit the pipe and then I couldn't like drift over anymore. I just fell straight down. But that's alright. Driving on, I decided to pull out my feather and we'll get this figured out. However, and right there, because I fluttered my cape, I ended up facing the wrong way. So yeah, like I promised, failures. But yeah, besides doing the secret here to open up the path, there's a lot of secrets within the path. Most importantly would be the portal to the Rainbow Road, which I don't do on this one. I'm kind of gonna just like open up all the pathways and whatnot, and kind of go through like the regular levels, and then probably just go back and then do all the Rainbow Road stuff at a later date. Later in the episodes. Partially because I would like to do all the Rainbow Roads together, and partially because I don't remember how to get all the I don't remember how to get all of them. So I'm hoping as I play the game, it jogs my memory. So anyway, here we are in the first secret level, and this is one of those levels that instead of side scrolling, just goes straight up. And there's a few nifty secrets with this level, but yeah, I don't mess with all of them. And I did miss that I get the first 2 dragon coins here, but there's one over to the left, like almost even to where I am right now. And I pretty much just not ignore it, but yeah, it doesn't I notice it as I'm watching it now, but I didn't notice it while I was playing it. But anyway, so yeah, and I'm kind of just like brushing through this. I mean, I know you can see that I'm skipping a lot of the question boxes and stuff like that. I'm only going, I mean, they're either going to be coins or power-ups. I have power-ups right now, and so I'm only going for them if I feel it's necessary, or if I know that there's like a vine in them or something like that. And yeah, there's really no reason for me to be carrying the springboard right now. because I'm not doing anything with secrets or anything. The only thing I just honestly I didn't know what a springboard turned into when I passed by, and obviously it turns into a fire flower. So solve that mystery for myself. Um, so yeah, finished the vanilla secret, and then this takes us outside, and now we're taking the top route instead of the route in the Vanilla Doom caves. This level's a lot of fun, but is very challenging. Thankfully, they give you Yoshi right in the beginning, and I have fails getting him, and then that happens. But yeah, pretty much the whole level is green fluttering turtles jumping all over the place. But they, as you can see, they jump at varying heights. So it's kind of hard to predict like where you have to land or whatever. And I actually do a half decent job here. I'm like rushing to try to get Yoshi, and I missed on that jump, so I end up losing my fire flower. And then and again here I think that this pipe goes down, but it doesn't. So waste of time. And then I just dismounted for no reason by accident because the buttons are close together. And then I got some jump fails here, but that's alright. Moving along. And then I think there's a Yoshi fail here. Yeah, there he goes. And he's running off, and I see this feather, so I'm like, you know what? Oh well, I gotta say goodbye to Yoshi. So I just let him go. And then right here, if you do the spin jump, they don't hurt you. So I go ahead and just do that. But then after I did it, I saw that gray P there, and I think that turns all those, someone can say this in the comments if I'm wrong, but I think it turns all of the spiky guys that were in that thing into coins or something like that. I remember it definitely lets you get past them, but I don't know, I just kind of felt like spinning, jumping, and kind of showcasing the fact that you can do that or whatever. But so yeah, I go in there real quick to get the dragon coin. And then, yeah, I honestly forgot that that was the ending already. I thought that I knew where all the dragon coins were. I thought that there was one more to go. So when I launched out of that pipe, I was ready to play more level. And then next thing you know, I see the end. And I'm like, oh, wait, no, I don't want it to end. So then I didn't have time to get the slider. So didn't get the points for it, but that's okay. I kind of like the secret route, though, because all the levels are pretty unique. You had the one that you had to go up rather than to the side. And then a bunch of jumping turtles, and now we got a bunch of jumping these guys. I don't know. Flat-backed dolphins is what I'm going to call them. It's a bunch of moving platforms is what they become. And the only enemy that I know about in the whole level is that like blowfish that kind of follows you around. So you can't, if you go into the water like you see me do here, you can't obviously spend too much time in the water because he will catch up to you. But I do a pretty good job of avoiding him, except for right here, because I was like, where are all the jumpers? And then they show up like after I'm already floating along here. But it seems pretty easy because all I'm doing is just jumping and staying ahead of the puffer, so not that big of a deal, I guess. But whatever. And I got all the dragon coins. And I'm pretty sure there's a secret with this one. And if I remember correctly, it's like one of the hardest secrets to do. I think I got to get beyond that endpoint to another endpoint. There's like a specific item to do for that. I don't know. I need to think about this for a little bit because, to be honest, like I said, I don't remember everything. But I am gonna reveal the secrets, I promise. And if I have to, I try not to. Usually, like when I'm playing games, like any games, but usually RPGs is what I think about. And right here, epic fails. The bonefish. Apparently, you can't like cape spin, and now I thought maybe I timed it wrong. So right now I'm like, no, I'm gonna get this guy, and then I'm like, wait a minute, okay, yeah, you definitely can't kill. So I wasted both my feathers trying to kill the bonefish. Apparently, the bonefish can't be killed with a cape spins. I would imagine the fireballs don't work either. But anyway, usually when I'm playing an RPG, and obviously this is not an RPG, but usually when I'm playing RPGs or just complex games or whatever, or fails, I'll usually beat it once. Like unassisted, just me beating the game. But then if I liked it or whatever, then maybe I'll get a strategy guide for it and like play it again the second time with the strategy guide to like find all the stuff that I may not have found when I played it the first time. So I may kind of end up doing something like that with this, especially if I can't. Right there, I could have sworn I was gonna die. Especially if I can't remember how to get it to all the rainbow roads or something like that. I don't know. I'm probably gonna just play through and unlock everything as far as I can with my own memory, and then I'll probably start just like looking stuff up and being like, oh yeah, that level, and then I'll backtrack, and you know, we'll get through it together, guys. And right here, the camera does this crazy thing. I jump on there and I gotta drop down to the next platform so that I'll be below the dinosaur, but then the camera just pans slightly to the right, so I had to like adjust my movement. I know I have a lot of failures in this game, and I know this is a really refined game. They really like smoothed it out, and this is probably one of, if not the greatest launch title for any system. It's so smooth, and usually games don't really start hitting their peak till a console's been out for a while and the people have time to work with the hardware and know what they're working with. But so I know this game is like way ahead of its time, this, that, and the other. But I think that was a game failure. I'm not. I don't. You won't hear me make claims against the game that often, but it wasn't like the camera moved and that made me move weird. Like when that camera moved like that, it literally made my descent change, and I had to adjust fire and try to move to the left to properly land. But I'm not coordinated enough apparently to pull that off. So I think that's what that death was about. But yeah, you won't hear me trash talk this game hardly ever, because there's very few flaws, if any, with this game. But that's one that I think I just discovered. And if I'm wrong, then yell at me in the comment section. That's fine. So anyway, yeah. So no failures this time. I take these guys out as they should be taken out. This is kind of like these guys become like a default boss, and a lot of these smaller castles, like these mini castles, like that you'll run into throughout the game. You'll keep seeing that same boss. This is obviously the first time that we ran into him, but I'm pretty sure I remember seeing these guys several times throughout the game, and they don't change like at all. It's like, I don't know if they just ran out of time or they just wanted to keep rehashing the same dudes. But yeah, so I'm gonna end it there, guys. I think that was a pretty productive episode, and yeah, I guess I'll probably finish up with Butter Bridge and then backtrack to Castle 3. So see you guys laters.